Hi guys, I've had a request to go over Asana and how I use it with my follow-ups. I have a little cough, so excuse me if I have to cough or if my voice sounds really raspy. Bear with me. So Asana is my number one choice for using to follow up with my clients, to keep track of everything, and basically organizes everything that I do with the business. So you're looking at one of my first projects that I look at every time I open it up in the morning. And as you can see, the way Asana is set up, over here to the left is kind of your control panel. And on the left side is all of the projects that I have created. If you want to create a project, you just click create, the plus sign, create project, and you type in the name of your project, hit return, and then you can type in anybody's name. And that creates your project initially. Okay? And then that project shows up down here at the bottom. If you want to delete a project, you just click the arrow and hit delete project. And yes, I'd like to delete that project. So, as you can see, I have all these projects over here. The ones that are lit up are my active current projects, and then the ones that are kind of shaded and lighter are the archive projects that are challenge groups that are over with, but I still use the names in there to follow up with people. Okay? So we'll click back to coaches. This is how I keep track of what my coaches are doing, and just the list of coaches, which you can see in the back office, but this is just another place for me to look at it. And I keep track of my coaches and then their first downline. I don't go into more than that because it might get a little complicated. Okay? And then I also have a coaching applicant pipeline, and this kind of helps me keep track of people who are interested in coaching, who I may have invited to coach, and who I've talked to, and they may have said no. So I've created a What is Coaching internship tab, and people who are doing that, people who have signed up as coaches, follow-ups for maybes, people who are actively interested, and people who have said no. And then my next project is a free leads from Beachbody, and these are the leads that I get from getting Success Club and from being Emerald. Actually, I'm Diamond now, but when you first are Emerald, you can earn leads. Also, I will tag these people so I know what programs they're using, and then hopefully they'll move over if I connect with them through the back office emails or a phone call, then I can move them to another group. The next group is the June 16th 21-day fix, which actually ended today, but you'll see the names of the people that were in this group and a way that I can follow up with them, and then they're tagged with what they're doing. So we'll go ahead and show you how to tag somebody. So you just click on their name. You go over here to your right side, which is kind of your individual control panel for each individual person. Right here where it says a date and it has a little calendar, that's how you change your follow-up date. That's how I schedule when I'm going to get back in contact with them. So you click on the calendar, and then you can just click on the date, and it puts that date in there. And then I also use the tag function, and I will tag them with different things that they're interested in. So I might tag them with the 21-day fix, obviously, if they're in the 21-day fix group. So then later, and check and see how they're doing. Actually, so I have a no tag, just in case I want to go back and check in with people who may have said no and see if they're interested again. But Barbara is actually on the 21-day fix, and right now I only have her as an interest, so I'm going to go ahead and tag her as a 21-day fix purchaser, and I'm going to X out the interest list because she's already got the 21-day fix. Okay, see how that works? And you'll see some people have multiple tags on here. For instance, Sue was interested in Pump, and then she ended up purchasing the 21-day fix. Again, Vicky was interested in the 21-day fix. or I'm sorry, she's interested in coaching. So I keep that on there in case I want to post a Facebook post about coaching. I know she's someone I might want to tag, or if I just want to write her a personal message that I'm having a coaching internship week, that will help me narrow down the people that I need to contact. Okay, another group that starts tomorrow is the Open Challenge group, and this is a list of people that I've talked to or actually in our group. And as you can see, everybody in this group has a follow-up. And this girl I talk to often, but she's actually under another coach, but we've connected, so I'll talk to her. And I just tag her with the tag of another coach, just so I know that she's already working with another coach, and I don't want to try to, you know, step over my boundaries and try to, you don't want to do that and try to get them to go under you, but if they ask for support, you're willing to help. So these are all the follow-up dates for these people. When we have a challenge group starting, so for instance tomorrow's Monday the 7th, I usually like to put 4 or 5 days into the challenge group a follow-up date, because that's a great time to say, hey, how are you doing? Do you have any questions for me? How do you feel about everything? So I always follow up around that time. So you can go down the list and you can see all of the groups I have. And if I talk to somebody about a group that's coming up, then I will just add them to the group. So let's go ahead and say you want to add somebody to this group, but then you decide that they're not going to do this group, they're going to do maybe a what is coaching free internship week. So you could just hover over this little multiple squares box, click on it, and drag it over to the group that they might be interested in, or the group that you're moving them to, because I do have multiple customers that will move from one group to another as we go. And I'm okay with that because our job is to help them continuously. So I moved Andrea Shoulders over to the what is Coach Free Week. So if I click on that, then my name will show up there. I don't have that filled right now because we haven't gotten to that process this month yet. So if I want to delete it, I can either click on the mark complete, or I can just highlight delete, and then there's nobody in that group. So as you can see, I also use this as a list keeper. So if I have people interested in our fit clubs, I will put them in there and also tag them. I'm having a Fit and Fabulous party, and these are the list of people that are coming to the party. And then if you want to create a new project, you can do that. And then every day, I actually go through every single one of these groups to follow up with people. You can see this is a May 12th group, and I still have dates on there to follow up with these people. Now, this group was much bigger when it went on May 12th, but as we moved along, I moved people out of this group into other groups, and that's why this group is small. So eventually, I'm hoping that these people will move to another group, and then this group will be deleted. Okay? So you know how to tag people in the group, you know how to create a group, you know how to, if you want to make a comment about a conversation that you had with somebody, for instance, Erica, we were talking back in May, and she was not interested in the program but wanted clean eating and exercise tips for now, and then she ended up buying the 21-day fix from a friend, or borrowing it from a friend for free. So that's a great note for me to put on there, so I know when I talk to her that's how she's doing the 21-day fix. And that's a great note to put in there for your own follow-ups, because when I talk to her, I'll have that in the back of my head, knowing, okay, she has a 21-day fix. She didn't purchase it from me, but she may be interested in another program down the road that she'll be able to purchase from me. So basically, my daily routine is to go through every single one of these and following up that day. If I need to look for a specific tag, I can either click on the tag under the person's name, and it'll bring up every single person that's tagged as a 21-day fix, or you can click on the tag over on the left side and it'll do the same. Sometimes I will follow up before their follow-up date if I talked to them or I saw they posted something on their timeline, and I might just follow up with them before their date. Okay, the other view that you can look at is the team calendar view. Oh, I already showed you this. But again, back in the beginning, the team calendar view will show you everything that you've done. And if you want to mark people off this way, all you have to do is check the checkbox. I'll show you. So if I want to check off that I talked to myself, I check it off and it'll mark me there that I've done that. Okay? So I hope that was helpful for you guys. It is really my go-to program for keeping my business organized. This is how I make sure that I keep up and follow up with everybody that I've ever talked to. And it's extremely helpful, and it has absolutely paid off because I have people that I've talked to or started in a clean eating group 6 months ago, and I'll follow up with them, and maybe 3 months later they're ready to buy something. So it's really essential that you use some sort of follow-up system, and I personally think that this is a super easy system to use. If you guys have any questions, you can message me, you can comment below on this post, or you can, yeah, that's it. Message me or comment below on this post. Okay? Hope that helped, guys. Thanks.